Live sessions in the show tonight, and you can hear the hum of the amps in the background already for a pretty noisy rock and roll experience on the way. The new band fronted by a guy who's been in the Scots music business for a year or two, or another couple of years more than that. Manny Charlton, hello.
Hi, how you doing?
Fine. What's this first song going to be? We'll have a chat in a few minutes.
Signed, Sealed and Delivered.
All right. Manny Charlton Band playing live. Bringing live rock music to your radio. That's the Manny Charlton Band playing live on Radio Scotland, and Signed, Sealed, Delivered. First of two songs from them. And Manny, if you want to move forward to the vicinity of that vocal mic there, standing at the back playing some blinding guitar there, I must say. Do you want to tell us the lineup of the new band here? We've got lots of people.
I have Neil Miller here on vocals.
That's me.
Hi. And Scott Wallace on drums. Mark McGrath on bass.
Now we kind of complete a strange circle by having Scott Wallace on drums, because before we actually started playing, I was talking to you about your early musical career, and you said to me, we're going to talk about Nazareth. And I said, I think we'll go back a bit further than that. And it just so happens that a few weeks ago, when I was doing an Original Masters special with lots of Scottish bands and so on, we played your first record with the Mark V, who were one of the first Scottish bands to be signed to an English label back in the 60s. Tell me about them, and indeed the connection to Scott.
We're in a band called the Mark V, and Hugh Wallace, Scott's father, used to manage the band and persuaded us, that we should walk down to London with a barrow full of tents and camping equipment and guitars and walk all the way to London and get all this publicity and stuff. And it worked. We got a record deal out of it. We were on Ready Steady Go and everything. You walked on with this big barrow of stuff. It was crazy.
And I believe that the single Mark V's Tango, which is a cover of an Isley's thing, is now trading at something like £50 or £60 in the record collector's market.
This is news to me, I wish I had a few copies of it,
Should have hung on to some more of those. Then, of course, it moved through the Red Hawks and then inevitably on to the thing that you're most associated with from that time, which is Nazareth. Tell me a bit about those days.
Oh, aye. We all sort of hung out in Dunfermline, and eventually we formed the band. Originally it was the Chadettes, a band called the Chadettes, and we went pro in 71, I think. We decided, we'd give it a go, mainly due to a guy called Bill Fahili, who, decided that he would back us and be our manager and that. And fantastic guy, Also handled the Alex Harvey band at the same time, so he definitely had an ear for talent, I think.
And the funny thing is, the headphones no longer fit.
That's only Scott. Wide made of Wallace.
I mean, Nazareth were a big band in this country, but I think a lot of people, as far as the history of Scottish rock and pop's concerned, underestimate just how big they were globally, particularly in America, yeah?
I'll bet that Nazareth sold more records than any other Scottish act through the years.
And certainly big stadium
and sold
fillers
out
too.
Stadiums all over America and Canada, in fact all over the world, Mega band,
Well, let's come bang up to date. Tell me about the formation of the new Manny Charlton band for 1994.
Well, I split from Nazareth about 3 years ago, and I thought I'd get into a bit of production and stuff for a while, just come off the road, have a break. And last year, an old friend of mine got in touch with me and said, you should be back on the road, you should be playing, So, got the guys together, Scott and Mark came in first, and then we found Neil. And it's a great little team, I think.
What about some records then?
Well, it's down to the business. Down to that man in there, actually.
Well, live work certainly. I've got to actually own up to something here. Do you know when your live stuff's coming up?
Live stuff. Oh, we've got gigs, and we've got a gig in the arena on the 5th. Where's that sheet?
Have you got that sheet? Because
we've got an idiot board here.
There is always. Well, speaking of idiot, just look to me, because there's always a point in the program where I
think you
lose.
should read them actually, because you've got a much nicer radio voice than I have.
Thank you so much. We always lose a bit of paper. Well, no, not we. I always lose a bit of paper. In this case, while the first song was going on, you're probably talking about this. I've lost the bit with the gigs on it. So we'll read those out in a few minutes. But you're going to do another song for us anyway.
This is called White Boy.
Send them to the fields, send them to the wars, send them on down to slave on the farms and steal his land and rob his soul. Send them on down to dig that hole and give him no hope, give him no trial, and put him in chains and break that smile and pull that box and tote that barrel. Listen to him singing, listen to him wail. believe your God is the best and sing away into the promised land. Send them on down into his master's hand and take his woman and take his child and send them on down into the murder mile and pull that much and took that bell. Well, what's that song? You can hear it well. You wouldn't do that to a white boy. You wouldn't do that to a white boy. You wouldn't do that to a white boy. And now you wonder why he's an angry man, and why there's a fire in your father's land. And wonder now what tomorrow will bring. Will you hear him screaming? Or will you hear him sing? You wouldn't do that to a white boy. You wouldn't do that to a white boy. You wouldn't do that to a white boy. No, you wouldn't do that to a white boy. You wouldn't do that to a white boy. You wouldn't do that to a white boy. You're too kind.
Well, that's the nearest we've got to a sound of the posse in this studio for quite some time. Don't usually have posses around here, but very impressive that was. I'll tell you something, to sit here and watch people that can just come in, sound check, set up in the corner of a studio and do that makes it all worthwhile. White Boy, Manny Charlton Band playing live. And those gigs coming up soon. We have August the 5th at the Arena in Oswald Street in Glasgow, the 12th and 13th of August at the Edinburgh Festival in the Fringe Club, 14th of August, Ayr, the Powerhouse, then back to Edinburgh, Stones in Edinburgh on the 22nd of August, the Kilmarnock Festival, pretty obviously in Kilmarnock, on the 27th of August, and the last of those Scottish dates for a while, Blazers in Hamilton going into the 2nd of September, then there's loads of gigs in England and so on.
Studios. And I must actually, hold on, I must say thanks to Terry Adams, who was the engineer on the session. Thanks very much, Terry. And to Big Al, who's up there, and not our Big Al that's on 4th FM, another Big Al, but he's up there. And thank you very much indeed to everybody at REL for this. So let's have the Manny Charlton Band again, and I hope you like this one.
The sun's
Manny Charlton Band. A bit more Scottish music coming up for you soon with Goodbye Mr. Mackenzie's new one, but first...